Sorry, the number you're calling isn't available at this moment. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's Kai. It's my first time uploading a video, so I'm kinda nervous, but I hope that you like it and that you enjoyed the video. If you want to be updated for future uploads, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Call me back, okay?
Knocking was heard at the doors of Cora's home, early in the morning when the sun just barely rose. He sighed as he stood up and sorted himself out, opening the door and fixing his glasses in confusion. Reki, what are you doing here so early in the morning? Resting and regaining strength is part of self-care process. You shouldn't be wandering around deprived of sleep. Ah ha ha ha. Reki showed an embarrassed and shy expression on his face while he scratched the back of his neck. He barely got any sleep for his own good, along with the beef that happened the previous night. Something was on the redhead's mind, and it was very obvious, especially to Koru. He sighed and opened the door a bit more for the boy. Come in, I'll serve you a cup of tea. On that note, Rika's face lit up and he entered the premises. His skateboard placed by the door and his shoes left by the front in exchange of some slippers. By the way, I don't hear Carla. Carla's on sleep mode. Just sit and wait for me. Keep it down also. Kairo was out in the early hours of the day, planning to open up early when he bumped into a certain blue-haired male skating in a daze. After a few words of lectures, he invited him in and offered to treat him breakfast as Renga was already here anyway. So, why were you wandering around the streets without focus? That's dangerous, you know. With all due respect, I don't think you get to lecture me about safety, Joe-san. That's. Just listen to me, kid. Renga chewed as he looked at Kairo with a blank expression, irritating the male a bit. The greenhead sighed and slumped in his seat beside Renga and looked at him. So, are you gonna tell me that's seriously coming to me, of all people, for love advice? You must be out of your mind. But, you have a nice relationship with Joe-san. Seriously, you came to the right person. I didn't really Yeah, anyways, this is about Reki, right? Renga choked on his drink and coughed a few times before snapping his head towards Joe. How'd you know? Just a hunch. So, what do you want to know? You serious? Say it before I change my mind. Reki smiled and shined brightly at Koru before clearing his throat and becoming all shy. How does it feel? You know, being together. Well, it feels amazing, you know. Being together with the person you like and doing all sorts of this with them. It's something very golden. Renga stared at Kairo in amazement, eyes looking as if they were made of sparkles and hope. Can you be more specific about it? Well, it's like this. Koru sighed before adjusting his clothes and looking straight at Reki.
I don't wanna sing the way I do, but I'm confident when I'm with you.
Reki's mouth parted as he saw Koru with a smile on his face. It's unusual, alright, seeing the always serious and composed Cherry Samba become all fluffy.
Lately all I feel is bad and bruised. Tired of chipping on my shoes.
What do you do then?
But when he loves me, I feel like I'm floating. When he calls me pretty, I feel like somebody. Even when we fade eventually to nothing, you will always be my favorite form of loving.
Reki's eyes lit up before he stood up immediately and bowed to Koru. He's been thinking on what to do and how it feels, but it's now clear to him. Thanks to Koru, of course. Thank you. I know now. By Cherry-san. I told you, it's Koru. He chuckled and shook his head while he watched Reki bust out the door and skate his way to wherever he'll go.
When I start to tumble from the sky, you remind me how to fly.
Then,
And lately I've been feeling not alive, but you bring me back to life.
is that how it feels with Cherry-san? A smile creeped up Joe's face with his head resting on his hand.
But when he loves me, I feel like I'm floating. When he calls me pretty, I feel like somebody. Even when we fade, eventually to nothing, you will always be my favorite form of loving.
Lenga's eyes glossed as he got a grasp of the feeling. His heart was racing and his mind went to Reki immediately. He stood up and ran outside suddenly, making Kairo chuckle before finally fixing up and hoping the best for them. Reki skated to where he taught Lenga how to skate for the first time, mind racing with thoughts about what to say and what not to say. Same goes for Lenga. He skated past stairs and walls as he hurried to get to the place. He even almost hit an old lady walking, getting exercise before the sun rose to a burning heat. Reki, Lenga. The two abandoned their skates as they got off and run towards each other, panting and taking deep breaths from the rush. Reki looked at Lenga and everything he memorized just went away from his mind. Am I? Lenga engulfed Reki in a bear hug with a smile. It lasted for a few seconds as the blue-haired male pulled away and made eye contact with the redhead. Reki, let's skate. The redhead stared at Lenga and I before showing a big grin. Mm.